Come have fun with us and don't forget to subscribe.
What's up everybody, I'm Rick.
And I'm Anna.
And welcome to our reaction to Naruto Shippuden episode 211.
Ooh, Naruto is back!
Naruto never left, and it is us who are back.
Right.
After
a little break
to take care of some things, that were high on our priority list. First of all, I had to, cut my hair.
Yes.
Okay. And we moved also, as you can see.
Right. The background is different. We didn't just renovate. We moved.
Yeah.
We're in a new location.
Exactly. And you had a little baby panda.
This is the baby.
No, he goes into the hat. But the baby is not in this room at the moment. But he's there with us and he's keeping us busy, Anna.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Which means we don't have that much time to watch anime, but whenever we do have some time, we take the chance.
Yeah,
we watch anime.
Exactly. Which is what we're about to do right now. Anna, it's been so long, what was happening?
Oh my god, what was happening?
Who are we? Who is Naruto? What is anime?
What is anime?
So many questions. First of all, on this channel, we are watching, reacting, giving our thoughts to 101 anime that are on our bucket list of anime that we want to watch in our lifetime. One of those anime is Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. We're cheating a little bit by counting them as one. But that was an anime that I had already seen and you hadn't.
I hadn't.
That's why we put it on the list, so that you could see it for the first time. And see, you did, but who's not seeing so well anymore?
Who?
All these eyes on Denzo's arm that are closing one after the other. This is where we were, Anna, in the last episode.
The fight with the Sasuke. DANZŌ and Sasuke.
And Denzo fighting. And at the end, there was kind of a simultaneous blow thing happening.
Oh, I wonder what happened.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. It's difficult to... I guess I'm not that good at predicting the outcome of fights in general. I don't really see one of them losing this fight. And what would that mean? If Sasuke won, he would probably kill DANZŌ, which I don't see happening. And if DANZŌ won, he would probably kill Sasuke, which I also don't see happening. So yeah, it's a bit tricky. So I think what's gonna happen is that they're both gonna get away from this fight somehow. It's not gonna have a clear conclusion. This fight.
The fight is murky, in terms of what is happening, what is not happening, because Denzo has been using this technique, Izanagi, which is very powerful technique, but you paid a big price.
I mean, he's perverting it so much, because really when the original users of the Sharingan, people who have only two eyes, would use that technique, it would come at a great cost, right? Because you would lose one of your eyes. And meanwhile, he has all of these stolen eyes on his arm. And he's just tossing them away it's they're nothing. It doesn't feel like a sacrifice to him, right? So he's muddying
the meaning of it.
Exactly. That's terrible.
Yeah. That's not the only thing that's happening. On the other side, we had Naruto having his panic attack after talking with Gaara about Sasuke.
I'd forgotten about that, to be honest.
And we also had Sakura, who asked Kiba to find Sasuke for her.
Right.
And Sai went and warned the others about what she was doing.
I mean, they've been looking for Sasuke for 3 years now. What makes her think that Kiba can find him now?
I mean, they found him a few times.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty clear from the few times they found him that he wasn't interested in whatever they had to say. But
also, I really don't like where her character is going right now. I don't know what's gonna be the result, the outcome of this, but her character right now, I'm not standing behind her.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Well, let us watch and see what happens with this fight, with Naruto's panic attack, with Sakura's fan base.
Less interested in those two. I'm more interested in the fight, but sure. Right, and DANZŌ who orchestrated the whole thing. Oh, not DANZŌ, sorry, Toby. He's just enjoying his private
Chilling
show.
there, watching the fight. He's reacting like us.
Right. Okay, so this one definitely went through his chest. Is it also an illusion?
サスケの力、まあこんなところか。
He doesn't sound impressed.
イタチのところへ行って説教でもされてくるといいよ。
Both pierce each other, look at this.
私の勝ちだ。
どうなってる？
イザナギを見切ったつもりだろうが。
Oh. What's happening?
どういうことだ。
He's wondering the same thing.
なぜイザナギが起動しない。
It's not working. What happened?
やっぱりうちが感じた通り、今の断層は実体だ。
They were all the real DANZŌ.
計算された上で行われていた。
That's why Toby is there, to explain
To
everything,
explain
to
to
react.
us, right? Because we don't understand. I have to say, I didn't really get
右
what
腕の
he
車
did
輪ガン
there.
は全て閉じてしまっていたということだ。サスケは幻術をかけ、右腕最後の目が開いているように見せかけていた。
There you go, that's what he did.
Oh,
イザナギの不安定な降下時間を右腕の車輪ガンを見て幾度も確認し判断していた。一瞬の間でも現実にかけられることを前もって確認していた。それを利用しないサスケではない。
wow.
車輪ガンを手に入れ
That
たことより
was
対車輪ガンの
Well thought of.
smart.
そのおごりが負けにつながった。根は土に隠れているべきだったな。
Oh my god, what is happening?
That's so creepy, the face there on the...
Yeah, it is.
さっさと噛め。
That's weird as hell.
her ability.
Yeah,
And also that reaction.
yeah.
あの女連れてきて正解だった。
Ugh.
このわしがこんな小僧に。
You underestimated
こ
him.
んなところでは死ねん。
Imagine a tree just growing out of your arm like that.
Yeah.
That looks painful.
初代の細胞に取り込まれてしまう。
It's been taken over.
Oh wow.
こちらの力をそう簡単にはコントロールできはしない。
I mean, what is he gonna do now?
Still got one.
Yeah.
ここからが
He's not gonna sacrifice this one though.
She's with Sharingan.
右目の動力が戻ったか。現実として使用するか、イザナギとして使い捨てにするのか決めかねている。
I mean, honestly, that's not a smart.
Decision to sacrifice it.
Yeah.
力を使いすぎたな。正の現実をかけて操るならマダラの方だ。もたもたしてはおられん。傷が深すぎる。
さて、
I mean, you can't even defeat Sasuke. What do you think you can do against this guy? You're just dreaming.
命が惜しいわけではない。この葉のため、忍びの世のため。
Of course he would say something like
Yeah.
that, huh?
死ぬわ
It's
け
not about me, but I must survive
Right.
for the sake of the village.
Because it's not about me, but I'm the only one who can
Change this world.
spoken like a true dictator.
はそのための犠牲だ。
動くな、カリン。
Oh my
Oh,
god!
That's creepy.
Oh!
兄さん、まずは一人目。
That's messed up.
Very much so. Did he really? Really?
And the brother one down, like the talking to Itachi makes it even worse, you know.
Yeah, don't do it in his name. He didn't want this.
人質に取られるようじゃ足手まといだ。
After she's just helped him.
Right. And she helped him so many times. I think Sasuke also needs to realize there's not a lot of people out there who are on his side now. I guess he doesn't care.
He was always a loner.
Oh. What does this mean though for him?
For who, Sasuke?
Yeah. And for the character, you know. Look at him, he's just smiling. It's cruel. Look how he's going after him.
Yeah, that scene, huh? That's kind of a...
Like a serial killer or something,
yeah.
You know?
A monster in a horror movie.
Right.
With the smile on his face too.
Yeah. That's creepy.
It's like, stop running.
Okay. You're done for. Oh, he didn't know Sasuke.
Ah, but Shisui's eye?
Yeah.
Look at that, young Denzo.
Oh.
Oh, Hiruzen, the third.
Yeah. Second Hokage.
These people are old.
Yeah, right.
まず命はない。誰が？お前にはその覚悟があるのか？
It's shaking, look at
Yeah.
that.
言うんだ。いえ、俺は。
He's like, oh, I have to volunteer, but he can't.
Yeah. It's interesting.
止まった。畜生、俺は弱腰だ。
Feels bad, and that's
Yeah.
interesting look into the
It's
character.
interesting to think of also like the importance that he plays on, you know, sacrificing.
みんなを頼むぞ、団蔵。俺が手を挙げようと思っていた。一人でいい格好するな。おとり役は。
Still the spotlight.
Don't be bitter like this.
俺の父も祖父も戦場で忍びとして死んだ。自己犠牲は忍びの本分。
おとり役はもちろん俺が行く。貴様は猿といつも何かあるごとに張り合ってきたな。だが、
It's interesting.
必要なのは
There was also a rivalry like that back then.
決断が遅かったのは事実。今のままでは。
The second saw it. You took too long to decide.
Yeah.
とにかく団蔵、猿でその時が来る。その時までその命取っておけ。
That's kind of a creepy way to say it, but yeah, time will come.
猿よ。
Well, not to die, but like to do something important in battle, you know.
者たちを守れ。明日からは貴様がほかげだ。
Wow.
Wow. He became Hokage at such a young age.
この葉を頼むぞ。はっ
And stayed for so long. No?
お前はいつも。
You think he thought if he had volunteered
Volunteered.
first, he would have been given the title?
忍びの世で。
Might cross his mind, huh?
お前らは決して生かしてはおかぬ。
What's that?
封印術。サスケ、団蔵から離れろ。
Oh.
It's really sad though to think that he was bitter like this his whole life.
火影にはなれなかった。
He's such an interesting character. Like even here saying like, oh, just like you, I'm gonna sacrifice myself for the village. His perception of himself as, you know, helping the village versus how we perceive it, him as the audience, you know, is interesting.
お前は光を浴びる木の葉。こんな俺をお前はどう思う？なあ、ヒルゼ。
We knew each other for so long.
Yeah.
お前にとって俺は。
He was your friend.
Was he
Yeah, so
his friend?
I guess now is as good as a moment as any to have a conversation about Denzo.
Okay.
Because we see here,
Sure.
you know, his flashback, what seems to be his last moment. He's trying to take down Sasuke and Tobi. What do you think of Denzo? What does Denzo represent in your opinion?
I mean, you know, one thing that I really appreciate about the Naruto characters, especially the villains, they all make sense. Like, they're very realistic in the way they think, you know, and in the way they act upon that. And I feel like Danzo is the same here, where, yeah, sure, he's not like a villain per se, but he's very misguided, right? But you see, it's so realistic. There are so many people out there probably who have like this distorted perception of who they are and what they're doing and what their actions represent, where if you look from the outside, you can definitely say like, oh no, what you're doing is wrong. But from their point of view, they're doing
What must be done.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was his whole thing, right? I'm doing what must be done for the sake of the village.
Yeah.
While we watch from the outside, we're like, are you sure? It seems like what you're doing is for your own interest. Huh?
Yeah.
So it's also interesting to think of it that way. You know, earlier he was saying, and we kind of scoffed at it, you know, oh, I must survive, not for myself. I don't care about surviving, but I must survive to change the world, right?
Right.
And you know, how much of that is really what he truly believes, or what he's trying to make himself believe?
Like what he would want to be.
Yeah, exactly.
He wants to be the person to bring the change, but that doesn't.
He wants to be the person who's thinking of the village before himself. But in the flashback, you know, when they're saying like, oh, one of us must be the decoy and it's a certain death.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I know I should do it. I have to do it. But he doesn't do it, right?
Right. Yeah.
So it's always that push and pull between who he wants to be.
Right. And who he actually is. And that's interesting then, because like, did he rationalize it in a way to think, oh, but like the best way for everyone is if I survive, because he couldn't make the sacrifice.
And at the end here, it seems like he's saying, oh, I'm going to join you, Hiruzen, it's finally my time. But like, is making that sacrifice at a moment where like, you know, you've already been pierced.
Right.
In a vital organ, he was saying before.
Right, like it doesn't seem like he was going to make it anyway. So that does take away from what his sacrifice actually is.
But he's an interesting character, and like he's hard to you know, wrestle with, right? You want to hate him, but at the same time you're kind of like, oh, you know, I get it. And that relationship with the third, I think, is also very interesting, right? Because some people, if you talk about the Naruto, the third, and we've talked about the third's shortcomings, and some people would say one of the third's shortcoming is that he just let Denzo kind of run rampant, right?
Right.
Create his own shadow organization within the organization, like have all this power. But when you think of it in terms of like this flashback, like they were good friends.
Right, yeah. Like from the time they were kids, we saw a flashback there at the end, and so it makes you think like, I feel like it aligns with what we saw of the third Hokage before, which is that he trusted people too much.
Yeah, he has a hard time also crossing that line. When he realizes that Orochimaru is doing something wrong, he has a hard time stopping him. He doesn't even stop him, he let him go, right?
Yeah.
When he realized maybe that Denzo's, misguided, he doesn't do much to stop it,
Yeah. And I wonder if that is because he relied also too much on his own capacity to, or if something bad happens, then I'll take care of it. I'll be there to take care of it, But like, in the end, Orochimaru was too much for him to handle, and now he's gone, and now the village is left to deal with
the repercussions. Yeah. But no, interesting character, interesting insights. Someone else who's showing interesting traits is Sasuke here.
Oh yes, okay. I have to say, I'm trying to think back. We have heard that Sasuke has been doing some terrible things out there, but we haven't actually seen it. Not only we haven't really seen it, we haven't heard of him actually even like hurting or going against a character that we know.
Yeah, well, before, just recently, before the fight with Itachi, I guess, he was even, more than that, he seemed worried about, casualties.
Right, yes.
He would tell Sugetsu, don't kill random people if we don't need to, He'd tell that to the rest of the team too.
Yeah.
And now it kind of seems like there's been a shift, right? Ever since he learned the truth.
Right. Like nobody matters to him anymore. And so this, I feel, because so far before he started talking that way, like he doesn't care about anyone anymore. But now we actually have seen it for the first time, And so I feel like this is actually a big, I don't know, I would call it a milestone, but it's not a milestone, it's a positive thing, like a big change in the character. Because I feel like doing this is really it's a point of no return. Because sure, you can talk bad things about people, you can say you want to kill everyone or that you don't care about anyone, but it's one thing to say it, you can come back from that. It's another thing to actually do it.
Yeah.
To sacrifice someone who was there for you, was loyal to you,
who helped you again.
Yeah, exactly.
Seconds ago was helping you.
Exactly. And then to just like discard her like she's nothing. It's he can't come back from that as a character,
Yeah. Well, that's interesting to think about. We shall see where the characters go in the future. Is that it for Denzo? Is that it for Karin? What's going to happen with Tobi and Sasuke? Were they taken by the big jutsu at the end? We'll see that and more as we react to more episodes of Naruto Shippuden. If you want to be there for those reactions,
subscribe to this channel. The button is down below.
Like this video if you did. Comment in the comment section below. And don't forget, follow your dreams and have a nice day.